The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe.
Hello family, we are back again today here as part of the winner of this very particular AfriOne Show we're doing, which is known as Voice of the New Tribe. And so I'm sitting currently with one of the winners of the show for last week's broadcast. And so she's going to talk to us about how she gets to hear about this very particular show, how she called, what she is currently doing, and how this very particular 50,000 that she won will do to her business. Thank you so much for coming. So please, can you please tell the people your name?
Okay, my name is Rosemary Obaje Jato.
Rosemary Obaje
Jato, yeah.
From
Obaje.
where?
I'm from Benue State.
Benue.
Yes, by marriage.
By marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
Originally from Kogi State.
Wow.
Yes,
That is interesting. So we are both Kogites. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming.
Very much.
So how do you get to hear about the Voice of a New Tribe show?
I've been a listener of Armed Forces Radio.
Okay.
But truthfully, that day, Wednesday, was the first time I came across it.
Okay.
I just finished preparing dinner. I came and sit down my radio. Though I listened to the program before I started cooking.
Okay.
So I tuned up the radio. I went to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back, I just sat down. And immediately I heard the voice. Someone was already on call.
Okay.
So after the call dropped, the presenter now briefed on what the program was about. Sorry.
Don't calm down. Just relax. We're having a conversation, so don't fear.
So the presenter briefed what the program was about, and I said, let me try and give a call. So I tried about 4 to 5 times.
Five times?
Yes.
Don't give up. 4 to 5 times.
Yes. The number was very busy.
Yeah.
So I just said, maybe they're not good, because I think they said they had about 15 minutes to round up the show.
Yeah.
So I just dropped my phone. So another man said, try again. So I picked the phone and redialed the number, and luckily my call was picked. And that was how I was asked questions on what I do. I told them I sell charcoal and gari. So.
But the interesting thing is there's a story around your charcoal and gari business. So let's go there. So what's the story around it?
Okay, I used to teach.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to teach. I taught for like 8 to 9 years. And then, though even in that teaching, I had these issues with my sight that I was managing until it became serious about 6 years back.
Wow.
So I stopped teaching, because each time I teach, after maybe recording, marking and all that, I have terrible pains in my head, in my eyes, my nose, my ears, everywhere. So my husband asked me to stop.
If I were to ask you, what actually brought the sight problem?
Doctors called it glaucoma.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and from that very particular moment.
Yeah, I started with different things. I
Okay.
sold fufu, I sold fuel by my doorstep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was selling at a point, but sometime later, not far after I opened, they opened the filling station close to my house. So
It messed up your business again. You have to look for
so I
another
had to
thing.
look for. So I went into provision. I was managing. I hit bacha. I don't know if you know it. Zinc to the fence of my house. Yeah. So I was managing with provision. It was moving. But along the line, I
Feel free.
Yeah, free.
Because you are encouraging somebody out there also. Yeah.
Along the line, I was pregnant and I had stillbirth.
Oh.
Yeah, so thank you, sir. So I was hospitalized for over a week because there were complications. So after I came back, I noticed that my children messed up the provision. So after recovery, I decided to do something else. Because even before that incident, I discovered they pick a lot of things from my shop. Because of my condition, sometimes I even see that I don't know something. Yeah. So after that, I decided to go into something that they cannot eat. Yeah, that is why I went into the charcoal business. Yeah, the first year I did the charcoal business, it was a very big mess. because there are different types of charcoal.
Okay.
Yeah, and the area I live in is it's a rural area. So I didn't know there is this particular, there are different trees, you know. So some don't last when you make firewood, so they call those particular ones ashes. And there's this particular one they call iron and different names. So I didn't know, I just bought, I saw charcoal and I bought. So the people that knew about it, when they come, they buy, they see that it's not what they want, they stop coming. Initially I didn't know because I was using gas to cook. Yeah, so I was
using gas to cook, and you were selling charcoal, so you couldn't test the product you were.
It was when people were not coming. Something told me to like
test
maybe yes. So when I checked, I said I didn't blame them for not coming back. That charcoal was with me for close to 1 year. Yeah, I lost my capital. Yeah, so I was afraid of the business. I was afraid going into it again. So I was just thinking, what can I do? I can't just be sitting at home when my husband goes to work, the children go to school. I'll be alone thinking different things. Sometimes I cry, sometimes this is how I'm going to end. But all that, so I kept on praying, and I spoke to my sister-in-law to like if she has any idea, because the provision was going, but my children were not helping.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how many kids do you have?
I have 4 children.
4 children.
Yes.
Okay.
So she asked me to go back to charcoal. I told her my experience. She said I should learn from that experience and not give up. So I decided to be more careful in selecting the charcoal, even though I couldn't see it well, because you only identify by seeing it. So my children helped.
Just because I wanted to ask, so how then do you know the good charcoals?
My children.
Your children help?
Yeah.
And since then, the business has been picking up?
I've been doing it. This is the 3rd year.
The 3rd year?
Though I do it on storage.
On storage?
Yes, because this, when it's dry season, you see those who go into the bush to get the charcoal, they are all over.
Yeah.
So people don't tend to patronize those in the shop until when it's very heavy rain here. So when those people are no longer able to go to the bush, they can no longer burn trees. That's when they look for us.
So now that you won the 50,000, what will you do with the money?
It will help me because I sell Gary and charcoal.
Okay.
Yeah. This is also Gary season, because now harvest season is a little far from now.
Yeah.
Food is a little scarce. So those who go to the farm, when they are going to farm, they buy Gary. Okay. And those who go to school, they come back. And we have laborers around that also. Yeah. Yes. So when I sell charcoal, I buy Gary. I sell charcoal, I buy Gary. I sell Gary, I buy charcoal.
So you just mix the whole two?
Yes.
All right. I think because of our time and stuff, congratulations one more time on your winning your 50,000 for it. And we pray sometimes we'll come and see what you're doing and to see what the 50,000 is doing in your business. So I hope by the time we come in a few days or a few months from now, we will see progress with your business.
I hope so.
And so now I want you to look at the camera and just thank the producers and also Charlotte Love Foundation, the person that's the company who sponsored you for that 50,000. So you can look at the camera and talk to the camera right now.
I'm so very much grateful. I don't know how I qualify for this, but I just believe it is God, because I listened to other callers, but I don't know how I was selected. I appreciate the company, I appreciate the producers, and I say wherever this came from, may the Lord multiply it 100-fold. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you for selecting me. I'm so grateful.
Right.
I listened to Armed Forces Radio, although I couldn't see the faces, even though I was hearing names. I appreciate you. I never knew. It has been in my imagination. How do these people do this? How do they come on air? But today I am here live. I'm very grateful to Armed Forces Radio. Thanks for having me. I'm grateful.
All right. So Charlotte Love Foundation will want to present something extra. We didn't tell you that.
Wow.
So there is a provision that Charlotte Love Foundation decided to do as an add-on for you. So they will be bringing it also to give. So on behalf of Charlotte Love Foundation and Armed Forces Radio, We present this very particular one to you from the
Thank
foundation
you
to say
very
thank you for
much.
calling.
Thank you.
And we hope that this is not going to be the last time you listen to the show.
I won't stop listening.
And you will tell all your friends and family.
I will.
Gather all the community and tell them.
I will.
So that's Shadow Love Foundation saying thank you.
very much. Thank you, Shadow Love Foundation. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Armed Forces Radio, for this program. Thank you very much, sir.
You are
I'm
welcome.
grateful.
You are welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate it.